All right, so I'm here with the man goes by many titles. One might say former Winnfield Senior High School FFA President. One might say current SGA President of Louisiana Tech University. Or one might say 2015 David Proberger Employee of the Year.
That's the one I'm most proud of.
I was going to ask. I didn't know what circles you're rolling in, but I just kind of wanted to see, which one was the most prestigious. And I agree, David's for the win forever. But
all right, man. Just fish plates out the waz. You know how it was.
Look, man, I'm going to be completely honest. Where there were some nights where we just went there to talk to you and get fish. That's what you do in Winnfield,
That's what you do. You talk to Zac and you get fish,
Yeah.
You can go to El Patio too, but
I definitely have seen you many times in the patio for sure. Hey, man, I got a couple of questions for you, burning questions.
Let's hear them. I'm excited.
Well, I wanted to talk to some alumni and some alumni I've been close to through the years, and I thought it'd be interesting to hear your take. And the last time I did an interview, it was your brother. And so I thought that was kind of, interesting, talking to a prestigious figure like yourself. I wanted to know, tell us your major, tell us why you chose Louisiana Tech University.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm a senior accounting major here this year. I'll actually graduate this quarter here in March with my accounting degree, and then I'll be working on my MBA after that. For the longest time, I said I wanted to go to law school. I don't know if I want to do that anymore. I'm kind of having a crisis, trying to figure out what the heck I want to do with my life. But we'll just kind of see where I end up. But right now that's what I'm doing. I'm just working on an MBA. I'll probably try and take the LSAT this summer. And just see what happens. Like if I get a good grade on that, if I get a good LSAT score, then we'll see. Right. Maybe law school is the proper route for me. I was looking around at a couple places. Like I never went to LSU, but LSU, nobody needs to go to LSU. That's just, they know about it. There's nothing you need to see there. You'll see it all when you get there, and that's part of I guess that's why you want to pay $100,000 an hour to go there. But I was really looking at Louisiana Tech, ULM, and Northwestern. I took a tour at Northwestern, and sorry.
All right.
I took a tour at Northwestern, and it just, I wasn't that impressed with it. I just didn't, if I'm just being honest, I don't think purple and orange go together at all. And then I went to ULM, and a warhawk that's not like an animal or anything. It's like a political figure. It's just not. I wasn't impressed with ULM either. Not to unpack a lot on you, Ryan, but I wasn't that impressed with ULM. But I went to Tech and I took a tour there, and I don't know, just something about it. Like I really enjoyed the layout of the campus. I thought the mascot was cool. I thought the colors were cool. You'll notice that I'm not at all talking about how good their program is for what I wanted to study. So you can tell what was important to me as a senior in high school. But I just really enjoyed the culture on campus. Like we have this thing that we call like the Tech family, I guess. And you know about it, Ryan, as an alum. But it's just that it's like an intangible, just welcoming spirit that all Bulldogs have with each other. And the person who gave me the tour just really did a good job of conveying that. And it's really hard to do that in a 1-hour campus tour. And I was hooked from then on out. So, and I haven't looked back.
That's awesome. Yeah, you definitely made the right choice. I'm not trying to push any agenda, but Tech is never the wrong choice. You're in college. You've lived there for a while now. What is your go-to meal in Ruston?
You mean like that I cook myself, or
no, that you get out, from restaurants or whatever?
Okay. There's a couple places. I think just two of the best. Like, I guess I'm going to talk about, like, I'm going to do a fast food, I'm going to do a short order, and then I'm going to do like a nice sit down, and then like a sit down, like just a regular sit down. Okay. So fast food, Cane's or Chick-fil-A, easily. Cane's, Caniac, no slaw, extra sauce, sweet tea. Chick-fil-A, 2 spicy chicken sandwiches, no pickles, add pepper jack. Short order, Flying Burger is fantastic. Flying Burger's really good. There's this new place called Asian Fusion as well. It's pretty good, and they've got Mongolian, they've got Thai, they've got Chinese, they got it all. It's really, really good. It's over there by Walpole Tire Service. It's pretty new. And then I guess, and these two, the two mid-range sit-downs, these are my favorites. I really enjoy the Doghouse. I think it's really good. I think they've just got the best cheese fries, hands down. And I really enjoy the smoked. It's like a shaved. It's like a cheesesteak. It's a cheesesteak, but they'll serve it to you on French bread, but you should totally get it on the jalapeno cheese bun.
Yes.
And then the other Sundown Tavern. Sundown Tavern's really good. You can get a patty melt, you can get a turkey melt. As long as you're melting it up, you're not going wrong. That place is really good. They've got good cheese fries as well, but I give my cheese fries edge to Doghouse.
Right.
I would say, as far as like upscale, like if you're going on a date or something, not that I go on those often, but but Bovine's is pretty nice, and so is Roma's. So
yeah, for sure. Now I can't help but notice you went all chicken on your fast food options. You didn't talk about Griff's at all. I'm not going to take that as an attack, but it might be an attack. I'm not sure.
Well, don't hate on me, Ryan, but like when it comes to, listen, I prefer my burgers short order to sit down restaurant, and I prefer my fast food chicken. That's just the way it is.
Well, I mean, I'm not hating on anybody choosing chicken. I'm chicken almost all the way forever. But Griff's, I mean, it's an establishment, man. Like
Griff's has a legacy. Griff's has been there. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Ryan. I don't go there often, and I don't have a good answer why. I think the food's fine. It's just never comes to mind for some reason.
You probably want to live a long, healthy life, and I don't know if that goes hand in hand with Griff's.
Well, I don't know if you've met me, Ryan, but healthy isn't really my shtick, shall we say?
Well, I mean, talking about healthy food options, I don't, you're a busy man, and I just wanted to bring what's happening in the ag department right now. We are on a Pop-Tart thing.
Right.
A lot of Pop-Tarts in the ag department. And
of course.
We've made a couple of videos about like ranking best Pop-Tarts and all. And so I don't know if you eat Pop-Tarts, but do you have a Pop-Tart go-to?
Yeah, I like I really, really enjoy the hot fudge sundae Pop-Tarts.
Okay.
I think those are really good. Like, it's kind of a weird flavor of Pop-Tart when you think about it, but they're good. I like them. I think they're my favorite, hands down. But you can never go wrong with like a blueberry frosted or a cherry frosted or a strawberry frosted. Right. I think just Pop-Tarts generally are just really good. I'm a big Pop-Tart guy, although I don't usually keep them in stock, but when I get my hands on a Pop-Tart, I really love it. And the hot fudge sundae is just hard to beat to me.
Yeah. I think the longer you go without a Pop-Tart, the better they taste. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that's why my appreciation of them has grown, because I don't usually keep them around the house.
Right.
But then when I get my hands on one, I'm just like, ooh, a Pop-Tart, like it's an event. So
it's an event. Not many times have Pop-Tarts been called an event, but I agree. The longer you go, it does become a thing. So transitioning away from food, I didn't mean this to be, a food-centric episode or whatever.
Food's great. I mean, it's fine.
I mean, it is what it is. You have to eat it at some point. But I don't know how much of a music person you are. Would you consider yourself kind of into music?
And this is weird, like it's super weird, but I have the most utilitarian view of music. Now look, see, I knew it was going to be weird. See, look, just let me explain, Ryan.
It's not weird. I just, you're going to bring the word utilitarian in, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you appreciate my word choice. I really only listen to music when I'm like working out. If that makes any sense. Yeah. In fact, I'm perfectly content with driving down the road in silence. Most of the time I'll listen to like a podcast or something.
Yeah.
But like if I'm just going back and forth, like if I'm taking a 10-minute drive somewhere, I'll be perfectly content to sit in silence. And people that ride with me in the car are not, they're very snarky about it. They're like, "Oh, I love this song, Zach." I'm like, "Shut up." Like just be like, people have to be content with stuff like that. You have to be content with silence.
Yeah.
Just take the opportunity to meditate and think about yourself.
Yeah. I always struggle with silence though, because if you really like silence, sometimes it's hard to get silence. And so sometimes you just go unhappy.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I will say this too. I think a lot of times in cars, music can stifle conversation, which I'm not a fan of. So I think there are definitely, I think not playing music in a car has more merit to it than people think about, you know?
Yeah, I think it definitely does, especially, riding with people. And that might be the only time you get to sit down with them, have a conversation. And yeah, I definitely can see where it stifles. And, I just like having it on like two, encourage conversation, but still have a little.
Oh, totally. I get that. If music is playing, it's low. I get that 100%.
Yeah.
I think we're of a similar mindset when it comes to that. So.
Well, I was going to ask, what was the last song you listened to? And, I don't know if you're working out, if you remember the last song you listened to.
Oh, I do actually. And this is another weird thing about me, but when I do my finishers,
Mm-hmm.
I put a lot of thought into what song is going to be playing as I do my last, step. So, I can tell you that I did listen to Shepherd of Fire by Avenged Sevenfold the last time I listened to music.
All right. Yeah. I mean, that's solid choices. It definitely gets you in that mood for that last set.
Right. Which is important. I mean, you're tired.
Right.
You need the encouragement.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You got to finish strong. And I think that's a lesson we can all learn.
It's important.
It's important, man. Well, the last time that we talked, I was not here. The last time we talked, I was not an ag teacher at your alma mater. And I wanted to see if you just had like a quick Steve Vine story that maybe you could talk about.
Stuff from that man just needs to be archived. People need to know what happened. Like we don't need to lose this knowledge.
Right.
Hold on, let me think. Jeez Louise. Who can forget the time that we learned about nothing but castration for 3 weeks? That was the worst. That was the worst experience. I mean, it was just bad. Like, I remember how to. I will say, to his credit, I know a lot about castration now. But like when I tell you we learned nothing but castration for 3 weeks, it was. I did not enjoy going to ag class during those 3 weeks.
Also, you were 15.
I was also 15. Yeah. That has a lot to do with it.
Right.
But man, love that guy. He's great.
A legend. He's just a legend all around. I'm glad you got the chance to have him because he's a special man for sure.
He is.
Well, Zac, I'm going to be wrapping this up. I have one final thing. I like to read you a headline and I want just your thoughts on it. Okay.
Okay. That's fine.
Spur of the moment. And I found this article. The headline is, "The flying car is here and it could change the world." So what do you think about flying cars?
The concept of a flying car is just interesting to me because if you think about it at a fundamental level, airplanes kind of are flying cars. So like really the only difference between airplanes and I guess a quote unquote flying car would be general accessibility and that it would be, you'd see one every day and that's just what people use. Right. I think that'd be cool. Although there are a lot of stupid drivers out there. Yeah. And if you add another axis to if you had a third axis to their range of motion, I feel like that could get crazy. Yeah. But I mean, it'd be cool. I would get in a flying car. Like I would try it,
Right. I was a little disappointed when I scrolled down and looked at the picture. It's basically a drone that is being ridden like a motorcycle.
That's interesting. That's not exactly what you picture a flying car being like, but I don't know. Right. I guess it'd be like when I think of flying car, I guess I kind of think like Star Wars, like Episode 2 when they're chasing all those people through Coruscant. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. And that's where my head goes. And they had this thing about Blade Runner in the article, and then I see this guy that looks like you just photoshopped him on a drone, and that's basically the vibe that I'm getting off of this. But
Jeez
whatever, man.
Louise.
Whatever. So, Zac, this has been a great time. I'm glad that we were able to sit down and do this. I thank you for your time, because I know time is not cheap. You're paying by the minute at Louisiana Tech, So.
That's right.
But buddy, I appreciate it. It's a pleasure to talk to you, and even if it's in this format where we're recording it, it'll be on YouTube tomorrow. But whatever, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem, Ryan. Thanks for inviting me. I'm sorry it was a headache trying to get on the phone. This is not normally how my weeks go. So,
man, you're royalty. Like, this is not a headache.
You're right. I'm such royalty. Why didn't you bow? Why did you not bow, Ryan?
Man, I did. Like, I'm just so short, you didn't even know. Oh, man. Well, buddy, try to stay out of trouble, and good luck with your quarantining and everything you got to do.
Oh, I'll have a fun time. Thanks, Ryan. Be good at it.
I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Bye, dude.